Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Letitia K. If it is your first time on this channel, you are definitely welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, returning watcher, thank you very much for coming back. But also make sure you're not just a returning watcher, make sure you are a returning subscriber. So please do click on that subscribe button, and also make sure that you do like, you do comment, and you do share this video. As you would have seen by the title of this video, we are talking about struggles of making and maintaining friendship. This is quite personal, and I'm talking about myself, my struggles of making friends and maintaining friendships. And I want us to look at 5 points, or I'm going to share 5 points that I'm going to look into or speak about or speak on when it comes to things that I should be doing, friendships, but I am not doing or I am struggling with. And that is literally what I want to talk about, because I've seen that I do not have friends. The friends that I do make, we end up not speaking, not talking, and we just drift apart. And I know that ndim orongo, I'm the problem, I'm the reason. I've got a few challenges or few struggles when it comes to maintaining friendships, and most especially when it comes to making friendships. The most friendships that I have, or the people that I am friends with, are people that are the ones that initiated friendships with me, or you know, they are the ones that started everything. And I love and appreciate those people. I don't want them to feel bad or as if bebezifaka, you know, those are the people I appreciate the most. So I want us to look into these 5 points that I just want to talk on when it comes to making and maintaining friendships. Okay, so the first point is making the first move. Like I've just said, most friendships of mine are because someone else or the other person made the first move, most cases. So telling yourself that you're going to make the first move when it comes to friendship is quite important, because making the first move will come from the short conversations you'll be making with the person that you meet the first time. Whether you're meeting wherever, through friends, where your one friend invites you and you then meet the other friend, you know, through mutual friends, or you meet somewhere at the gathering, family gathering, friendships, work, or wherever, or even at Groove, you know, being able to make the first move in terms of talking to that person and being a conversationalist and starting the conversation, hearing the person's interest and how they think, what they like, what type of person they are bubbly, or are they more of the serious conversation? And based on that, you're going to be the first one that like drives the conversation to a point where you then get to talk more often, exchange numbers and all of that. Now, that is one thing that I struggle with. With me is that if you're not talking to me, I'm not going to be the first one to talk. That's my thing. Whether you know, mutual friendship set up where I'm meeting a friend's friend, I'm going to be up there. If you're saying something, I'm going to respond and be all jolly, happy dolly, but I will not be the first person to make the first move in terms of, hey, you know what? I like the conversation we had the other day. How about we go to the museum? I heard that you are talking about a museum, and I'm also interested, and I know our friend is not into that such a thing and stuff. So how about we go out? And that's making a first move with someone that you're not friends with, but based on your conversation and interest, you would want to make friends, not me. I really struggle. And that is something that's quite very important when it comes to making friendships. So with me, I do not initiate anything, and I am literally really struggling with that. The second part about making and maintaining friendships that I should be doing, but I'm struggling with is being myself. The reason for me struggling being myself is that I am scared of being judged or being given the side eye. So I'm really struggling with being myself, because I've got that thing, okay, this person likes me, they're initiating a friendship with me, they made the first move. You know, number one, make the first move. Someone has to initiate. after someone initiated, now we're having a conversation, we're talking, and now am I going to be myself or not? Because just like in other relationship, even a romantic relationship, you don't want to scare the person. So I really struggle with being myself, where I sometimes say crazy things, and then sometimes I don't really want to talk, or there's certain topics I don't want to touch on. So it's like, do I tell this person I don't touch on those topics, or do I just go out and be crazy and just, you know, let loose and be myself? Then I tend to hold back, and then I'm not myself, which then means I'm not comfortable and I'm not being real with the other person. And that way I'm not giving the other person to actually get to know me. Do you get me? If I'm not being myself, I'm not giving the other person to get to know me. And that is literally something that I struggle with, because like I said, I'm scared that they're not gonna like me. They're gonna realize, okay, I thought I can be friends with Letitia, but nah, I can't be friends with her. So I'm very quick to be in my shell and pull back. And you know, because I don't know, I'm quite skeptical. I do not know which way to behave. Do I be myself or not? And also with being myself, I'm scared of being too much, and then the person just can't take me. Then I'm just a lot for that person. So that's a second struggle, which I should not be struggling with, because being yourself is literally showing the person that who you are, and from there they're going to choose if they can actually be friends with you or not. And maybe in return, you being yourself will allow them to open up, and then you'll also realize whether you want or don't want to be friends with the other person. You get? Okay, so point number 3 comes in when you've already established the friendship. You like literally in it, ni phakathi gqum ngaphakathi, ningo peto, ningo chomi 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 yobi yoba. Do you get? Now this point comes in where, like I've said, you're already friends and everything, and that is making time. Jonga, time is an issue in romantic relationship. Time is a problem in families, and time is also an issue and very important thing when it comes to friendships. Because if you do not make time for your friends and your friendships, my darling, where's the nurturing? You have to nurture the friendships by making time for your friend. And that is one thing I struggle with. If you've watched my videos and my other videos in my vlogs, I'm literally a loner. I prefer being home than outside. If someone actually initiates going out, meeting in a restaurant or going out somewhere, and I actually agree 100% of the time, on that Saturday, on that day that we actually need to meet, where I have to go out and meet the person, I don't want to do that anymore. And that's not just about the meeting physically, also making time in terms of calling that person, texting, checking up on them, making time for your friends. Like, even if you're busy, you can at least, hey chom, right, okay, no sharp, then to check, I was just checking up on you. That is also making time for your friends, checking up on them occasionally, hearing how they are, making a conversation, even if it's just for 5 minutes. And that's something I struggle with. Like, even with family, the one person that I speak to every single day without a fail is unfortunately my partner. But that's wrong. What kind of friend am I that doesn't have time for my friends? Do you get me? Whether they're going through good or bad things, I wouldn't know, because I'm not checking up on them. And I struggle with that. And I have e-conscious, and I know it's something that's wrong, that I shouldn't be doing, but it's really something that I struggle with, because I don't talk to no one. I don't start conversations with no one on my WhatsApp, with no one on my phone. My partner's the one that will start the conversations. My family, my mother checks up on me constantly. My family checks up on me. I don't check up on my family. And that's one thing that I'm horrible with, that it actually also flows over to friendships as well. I do not make time for friends, and that is something that's really, really wrong, that I'm struggling with, which is something that I really need to be doing to maintain a healthy friendship or healthy friendships. I'm saying all of these things that I'm failing at because I am self-aware, and I would like to work on them, but the reality is my personality does not allow me to be friends, you know? Okay, Not a problem. So we're gonna move on to the next point that is quite important in friendships, but I'm having a challenge with and I am failing at. And the next point is point number 4, and that is opening up. If you are a friend, you have to be able to open up, and that is something that I'm struggling with. I'm struggling to open up. Now, when I ask myself, Letitia, why are you struggling to open up? My thing is, I fear disappointment. I fear the person that I trust or put my trust in to disappoint me. So the thing is, with me, I'll rather open up to a total stranger, or I'll open up to a person that I know, talk to, that is somehow in my circle but is not close with me, someone that knows people that know me. Even if I do open up to that person, they'll probably know the people that I'm talking about, or the situations, they'll know the situation. But my thing is, I'd rather open up to that person that's not close to me, that I know, because I'm like, even if they do stab me in the back, and or they use whatever information I shared with them against me, it will not hurt me in terms of they've backstabbed me or they've disappointed me, because I do not have a lot of trust, or do not put a lot of trust on them, rather than someone that I consider my friend. The moment my friend disappoints me or backstabs me, like, that hurts. That really hurts compared to someone that I just know, or is an acquaintance, or it's just a person that I know that's in the same circle. So I don't open up at all, to a point that I don't even open up to my actual best friend, and my best friend is my partner. I don't open up to my family. If you would ask my family, they'd be like, we don't really know Letitia, yazi nathi uyasixaka ngeke simgqiba unomfesane kunjani asimgqibi. That's my family, because I don't open up, because those are people that I trust, and I really don't want to give people the opportunity to break my trust and backstab me. And this is something that has happened in my friendships. It happened once, and I was like, never again. I was friends with this girl, and yeah, the things that I was sharing with her, crying and complaining. The next thing, the moment we weren't seeing eye to eye, and we stopped talking. When we stopped talking, she started discussing my things that I was discussing with her with other friends that weren't my friends. And that's the thing with me. If I'm friends with some friend A, and friend A is friends with friend BCD, but I do talk to friend BCD, but I'm not that close, and friend A knows that I don't share certain things with BCD. I only share things with friend A. Why friend A is going to share those things with friends BCD the moment we do not see eye to eye? That's my problem with sharing. So that one girl, literally, the thing with me, disappoint me once, yeah, I do not need to learn a lesson 2 times, 3 times, or even 4 times. So that's my problem with opening up. So with my friendships, I'll have my friends share their issues with me, but when they're like, how are you, friend? Is everything okay with 1, 2, 3? I'll always be like, no, everything's fine. Yeah, there's challenges here and there, but nothing I can't handle. That's me. I'm very vague. Meanwhile, they literally gave me the inner details, the deep details of what's going on in their lives, but I will literally be vague with whatever's going on in my life. That's a big problem that I have. So I feel like I'm sure my friends feel like the friendship is one-sided. The downs I don't really share. Even in the ups, I'll just make them like things. Oh no, my friend, this good thing happened, but anyway, yeah, I'm happy. Meanwhile, when it's something big, I'm gonna be excited, very excited for them. They're excited. We're gonna make it a hoo-ha, and if it's down, we're literally gonna be like down, and I'm gonna be down with them. But when it's mine, I like to make it light, because I don't want to share the inner details of whatever's going on. Opening up, no, and that's the only thing that I'm not willing to change, because it works for me. As an African child, abazali behleli besixelela uba uchomi ungaboyithemba. So mna ndayimamela laa nto yoba uchomi ungaboyithemba, to a point that ndibaxile when it comes to kungathembi uchomi. But that does not mean that I don't love my friends, but for my own sanity, nokupola, I will share up until a certain point. Other things I'll keep to myself. That's it. Right, so the last point that I struggle with, that I should not be struggling with, that I actually should be doing in terms of making friends, and most especially maintaining friendships, is being supportive. I'm not going to say I'm not supportive, but I'm like 40% supportive. And I can explain. When I'm saying I'm being 40% supportive and not fully supportive, my problem is that if something good is happening, I'm going to literally be clean, happy for you. I'm going to celebrate with you. I'm going to like with a pure heart, right? But I'm not gonna come next week, I'm still talking about that thing, because like I said, I'm bad at keeping communication. So if you're sharing something, oh chomi for me, I'm gonna be like, praise the Lord, I'm happy for you, friend. Now that you have this job, that means I remember you once shared your struggles with your current job, and now you have a new job. I'm gonna remember and say, now you're not gonna be dealing with 1 2 3 4 5. I know and I remember you were not happy with 1 2 3. So getting this job and seeing how happy you are with this job means minus 1 2 3 4 5 problems. I'm going to remember those details, and I'm going to be happy, and I'm going to remind you why you should be super happy for the good news or this good thing happening in your life right now. It doesn't matter what it is, but if a friend is sharing with me something good happening, and I know the history or of that good thing happening, where it's coming from, where you come from, your struggles to reaching that good thing, I'm going to be there preaching and reminding why you should be super happy and celebrating yourself. But my thing is that I'm not going to come next week asking you, how's things at work, at your new job? I'm happy. So the support of going, the same thing when life is down. You're going to share something sad, I'm going to be there, I'm going to console you, I'm going to try to, as he said, motivate and as in things are going to change, life is cry if you have to, and all of that. And also another thing, I'm not good at consoling. That I get awkward. What do I say? The thing with me is that if I'm sad, I can't have someone constantly asking me, how's that sad, how's that thing that's making you sad going, how's that problem of yours going? So because I don't like people constantly every day checking up on me, reminding me on that issue or the problem I had, because my coping mechanism is that I try not to think of it. If I think of a plan, then I think of a plan, but I don't like going over and over the problem. I don't like that. So when you're constantly asking me, you're literally making me remember I've got this sad thing or this problem. So because I'm like that, I like to treat people the same way. I'm not going to constantly every day checking up on you on that issue that you have, because I'm also rather going to try to have the normal conversation, especially like if you have experienced a loss of a loved one. When I lost my grandmother, I was normal, but deep in, I was hurt, but I was trying to have normal conversation. And I didn't want people to console me, constantly checking up on me, because them checking up on me is like reminding me that actually you are experiencing loss. So I'm really struggling with that. So yeah, that was the last one, offering support. Otherwise, I am supportive, but my thing is that I will not be every day be there, because going back to number 2, when it comes to keeping contact, I'm horrible. If I check up on you day 1, day 2, after that, I go back into my shell. Then I'm going to come back after a while and be like, oh, hi, I'm over that. And I'm happy, genuinely happy. The thing with me, I have a pure heart, but I'm bad at communication. My biggest problem is keeping up with communication. So yeah, those are my struggles with making and maintaining friendships. And these challenges are challenges that are actually very important to maintain friendships, or rather healthy relationships with your friends. So I hope you guys are not doing what I'm doing, and I am hoping that at some point I'm gonna change this, but I'm going to man 31 for friendships. Whatever friendships I have, it's fun. I think I'm gonna keep my friendships with my family and my partner's family, and that's gonna be it. So make sure that you do like, you do comment, you do share this video, and also ungazami ubayichomna, because I'm gonna disappoint you. But also I yearn for healthy and, you know, tight friendships, you know, the supportive ones. But again, I'm the problem. But anyway, that is it from myself, Letitia K. So please do like, to comment, to share this video, to subscribe. But that is it from me. See you on my next video. Goodbye.